Hello, my name is Mary Solomon. I am the owner and curator of the Lace Museum Detroit. We are a tiny lace museum approximately 15 miles outside of the city of Detroit. Over the years, we've had thousands of visitors come and see our small exhibit of handmade lace tools, lace making pillows. We do sell things in order to keep the museum going. We get significant and wonderful donations. I'm always asked, how do you clean fine linens and textiles? So of course my responsibility is to make sure that these beautiful pieces of lace, most of them are circa 1840 to 1890, are properly cleaned. To answer the question, I'm going to start with just a basin I use. This is a small space that I have at home that I clean linens in. I always use stainless steel. This is probably a 15-gallon tub. When I start to get ready to clean these pieces, which I'm going to today, a majority of which have a super fine background. They're needle run, they're tambour. I do have some Irish limerick lace that I'm going to be cleaning. And when I say clean, I don't mean today. I misspoke. This is a week process. So these are the pieces that I've gotten out. I'm going to work on some Honiton, which again has a super fine net background. So with that in mind, I take my stainless steel tub. This is just traditional linen. I love linen, 100% linen. I line the tub with this linen, which I have already in here. I use gloves just because sometimes, your fingernail can snag pieces. So I have the tub lined. I think it is very important that you know that this is called Orvis. It's made by Procter & Gamble. It's made in the United States, and this is a significant cleaning agent. It's a detergent. You can find it as quilter's rule in super specialty shops for quilters, museum shops. It's not anything you're going to find at the supermarket or at the drugstore. The important thing about Orvis is that it neutralizes acids that cause acid burn. The process of transferring acid from wood products, which you find in a drawer, if you have a family member who stored beautiful linens in a drawer, there's wood in the drawer. Tissue paper often has some element of wood to it. Over time, this is called off-gassing. And what the off-gassing causes is a brown acid burn. So this Orvis is extremely important. It's used also for superfine equestrian horses to clean their hair, which is very close to their skin. It's used by conservators worldwide, perhaps at the Smithsonian, the Victoria and Albert. So this is probably your best bet, and it's called Orvis, O-R-V-U-S. This piece is a beautiful tambour veil. It has what I think is has some acid burning, but I'm not sure of this yet. But my best bet, if this is some sort of a food element, since it was a veil, or if it's there's some acid burning here, my best bet is to use Orvis. So I wear my gloves, I fill the tub with lukewarm water. For a piece this size, I'm going to use 1/8 of a cup of Orvis, also known as quilt soap. And again, this is very concentrated, so you don't need to use a lot. So I'm filling the tub with lukewarm water. I love using stainless steel. It keeps things cool when it's supposed to. It keeps things warm when it's supposed to. Remember, your tub is lined with linen. So I have the suds coming from the detergent Orvis. Lukewarm water. At this point, I'm going to submerge this fantastic piece of history, probably, again, between 1840 to 1860. I'm carefully setting it in this water. And I'm pressing it down into the detergent. And the linen is providing a protective layer for it. So for reasons of brevity, of course, we are not going to wait the 2 to 3 hours that I'm going to let this piece soak. And then when I come back in 2 to 3 hours, I'm going to check on it a little bit. I might leave it in there for another hour or so. Once I decide that the Orvis has done the best that it can, what I'm going to do is empty the tub, and I'm going to fill it with cool water. And I'm going to start the beginning of 3 different rinses of cool water for this piece. I'm going to say I'm going to give it like an hour to 2 hours for each rinsing. Once it's done, and I feel that all the suds have lifted to the center from the detergent, I'm going to lay it on unbuffered, non-acidic archival paper, which we have at the museum. I use this by the bolts. It's unbuffered. There's no wood in there. There's nothing that's going to damage the fibers, the organic fibers of the linens, the silk, or the cottons that are in these various types of very fragile laces. I'm going to lie it flat. I can also maybe give it a little tiny bit of just a little bit of a wrap, not a squeeze, with the linen. And then I'm going to lie it on this fantastic archival museum quality unbuffered tissue paper. I'm going to lie it flat so it doesn't have any issue with being snagged on anything. Now, in closing, if you have a piece that it's a family piece and you really love it, get a professional opinion. And then you also have to ascertain whether you should be cleaning it at all. This is a beautiful piece here. I don't know if you can, the camera picks it up. This has a little bit of a discoloration just in the linen. I'm not going to take this absolutely fantastic Brussels lace piece and clean this just because I don't like this little stain. So you have to first make the decision that it's worth cleaning. And you're not going to jeopardize the integrity of the fibers. And then secondly, if you're not sure, get a professional opinion. If you would like to comment on this video, if you have any information you'd like me to know, you can email me at thelacemuseumllc.com. Again, that's thelacemuseumllc.com. Thank you for watching, and long live the love, appreciation, attention, and respect to antique handmade lace.